Aiden Oiring, Carter Klippenstein, the two number 19s line up at center. Opening faceoff brought to you by our friends at Big Wings. The Raiders have control in their own zone. We're underway. Christensen sends it to the right side corner for Rudolph. Rudolph back to the left side. Christensen, he's got control out the left side to center. Over the red line, he'll backhand it in. Swallowed up by Ballmuller. Puck knocked out of the air out to center. And here come the Wheat Kings back the other way. Jordan Gavin has Ballmuller going to the goal. He'll try and go backdoor instead, but that's disrupted by Gorzinski. Christensen flipped that one off the right wall and came right back to him. Well, I lost track of that one for a second. Here's Oiring in the left side corner. And he'll leave it there for Rudolph. Raiders forwards finishing a change as Rudolph stays behind his net. Getting away from Jackson Jacobson. Now he's out the right side. Rudolph through the middle. Slow and methodical up to the blue line. Now up towards the red. He'll chip it ahead. McHaggerty's in on the attack. McHaggerty out defensively for the Raiders. Cripps lined up in the middle. Kelly out way wide here as Doobie tries a shot off the draw, but tangled up and falls. It comes to the right point for Cripps, and he'll try and play it up the wall. It's into the corner. Oiring let it go behind the net for Gorzinski. Gorzinski back out to the right point, finds Cripps. Now towards the middle. Here's Oiring. Oiring back up the right wall looking for Cripps. A little bit too much mustard on it, and Cripps has to battle along the wall. Comes to the line, and Oiring can't quite hold it in. He'll have to back out to center. Finds Bennett Kelly on the right side. Now up the left side. Doobie's in after it. He's checked off the puck. Here's Brady Turco, who plays that one into the side of the Wheat Kings goal. Blue line. Klippenstein wins it back, and now up the left side comes Dylan Ronald. He's over the right side of center, left, down the left wall. Fires a shot.
Recovery mode now, though, with a couple of extra stitches.
Heisey and Klippenstein on the draw. Right side corner. Christensen will play it off the right wall, and it's down the ice. Sievertson trying to get around Ronald and can't. Ronald picks it up in the left side corner, and Sievertson will staple him to the wall. Puck comes loose for a moment. McHaggerty might have a handle on it. Yes, he does. McHaggerty trying to work away in the corner. Back to the right point, Rudolph. Left side, juice bomb. No, he holds on to it. Now he'll leave it for Rudolph as they cross. Rudolph to the left side point. Still holds on to it. Gets around Jordan Gavin trying to drive down low. Rudolph stops up trying to center it. Fanned on it. It comes to Sievertson anyway. Sievertson in the left side corner towards the goal. McHaggerty was there and tipped it just wide. Now here's Brzezinski out the right side. Ahead towards center where Jordan Gavin backs up. Now Brzezinski up the left wall. He's through the middle of center. Over left side for Klippenstein as they enter the Raiders zone. Towards the goal, Rudolph intercepts that one, and Rudolph skates out the right side and up the right wall for Christensen. Blue line and dumps it in. Evan Smith goes in hard on the forecheck, and he'll block the clearing attempt from Egan. Smith gets control now, trying to find a pass in towards the middle. Connor Howe is coming out of the bench, but that pass didn't have the gas to get to him, and here comes Misselbacher up the right side. Misselbacher towards the middle. Rudolph picks that one off before Bethal can get a handle on it. Pantelis makes a hit and gets it back right side. Here's a shot from Misselbacher, and it's 3-1 in favor of the Wheat Kings. That makes a little more sense. But either way, a bit of a slow start, Marty.
Yeah, it certainly has been.
There's a quick chance. Here's Brzezinski. Steals the pass away from the Raiders. Comes up to the line off the missed shot. And now it's poke checked out. And Evan Smith's on a 2-on-0 with Harvey. Smith into the corner, though. Harvey couldn't have a clean lane, so Harvey and Smith go to work on the forecheck. Puck comes loose to Pantelis. He'll clear it to the line, not out. Christensen, now Evan Smith. Right side, Rudolph with a lane to walk in. Rudolph towards the goal. And that one whistles just wide. Flipped high in the air, and here's a chance for Luke Misselbacher, who's in alone. Misselbacher fires and scores. Luke Misselbacher, I think, has scored every single time. Has Brzezinski in the middle. Wojciech trying to drag around him, but Brzezinski forces him to the corner. Oiring with a hit on Brzezinski as the puck comes out to center. Here's Hadland, left side for Nick Johnson. Towards the goal, glove down by Rudolph. Puck played behind the net, and Gorzinski's got control. Here comes Brandon Gorzinski. Nice move into the middle of his own zone. Up the right side for Rudolph, who keeps it going. Off skaters, but it's taken away by Johnson, and he'll dump it in for the Wheat Kings. Left side of his own goal, Christensen up the wall. Johnson takes it away and sends it behind the net. And it comes all the way back to the right wing, left point. Dumped in by Ronald. And now here's Johnson again. Right side of Orszalak working to his left. Johnson back to the right side blue line. Play stopped here. Wheat Kings penalty kill, 16th in the league at 73%. As the Raiders go to work, but the Wheat Kings get control. Here's Egan. Around behind his net, he'll clear it out to center. Rudolph holds onto it at his own blue line and sent left side for Coots. Coots, Oiring, Heisey, and Gorzinski. That's the rest of the power play unit, and the Raiders are getting another power play here as Gorzinski gets it on the right side, fires and just misses short side. Rebound in front. Heisey waiting for someone to touch it. Juice bomb is activated for this 5-on-3 as Coots gets control. Into the middle for Rudolph. He'll skate right. Now he'll fire. Scores! Daxon Rudolph! Wasting no time on the pin.
What a terrific shot here by Daxon Rudolph. Raiders win the draw cleanly, get it back to the point. Daxon Rudolph just skates right into the top of the certain top of the slot, and with the 5-on-3, Brandon is forced to kind of hang back a little bit. You can't really force the issue too much, and Rudolph just makes a terrific shot, beating goaltender Jaden Krause on the glove hand side.
Daxon Rudolph's 19th in Oiring. Oiring wins the draw. Raiders still on the advantage collision power play. Here's Rudolph. Sent up the left side for Coots now. Coots ahead for Oiring. Oiring trying to pass ahead, but Sportskov cuts that one off, and it's out into Raider territory. Coots will pick up the assist, pardon me. As will Oiring. Here comes Coots now through the middle of center. Left side for Oiring, just barely over the line in time. No. Coots from a sharp angle, forced wide. Now the battle for it behind the Wheat Kings goal. Pantelis gets loose with it. He's out the right side. His pass into the middle, taken away. Gavin now looking right side for Klippenstein. And the Raiders can't go for their change they want to go for. Here's it's right in front of their bench. Here's Klippenstein who takes it away as a result. Fires that stopped. Rebound cleared away by Korkish. Korkish now off the left wall, looking ahead for Sievertson, who wasn't ready for it as he had his head turned the other direction. Klippenstein brings it back in for the Wheat Kings. Left side, Gavin now back to Klippenstein. He'll fire, looking for a backdoor feed. It gets redirected wide, and McKegarty tried to play it into the middle for Heisey. McKegarty has to scoop it up now. McKegarty, left side for Heisey's game tied. Oiring on the draw here, and Doobie crashing towards the front of the goal. The puck comes loose. Misselbacher's got it, and he'll curl behind his net. Luke Misselbacher opened the scoring for the Wheat Kings a few minutes ago as well. Gives it to Brzezinski on the left side. Now Jacobson ahead, and Jacobson lost his handle on it. Oiring able to get it ahead. Now Gorzinski trying to track it down. Gorzinski leaves it on the wall. Christensen chops it to the corner for Doobie. Doobie keeps it going behind the net, and Oiring's the first man to it. He'll shovel it back to the right side point for Rudolph now. Rudolph settles it down. Now towards the slot. Here's Doobie towards the goal. That stopped. Rudolph cuts in from the point and gets the rebound back. Right side point, Christensen. He'll drag and fire. Tipped on goal. The corner. Bames after it. Gorzinski trying to put a check on him. Just missed the mark. And now comes over right side for Misselbacher. Misselbacher hard through center. Cripps knocks that one down. Jacobson picks it up in stride. His pass back stolen away by Oiring. Now Cripps again. Cripps left side for Bennett Kelly. Kelly brings it head over center. Up the right side. Doobie gets a tip on it into the attacking zone. Allard's after it in his own zone as well. Allard out the left side finds Ronald. Over the left side of the red line and into the Raiders zone. He'll dump it in. Right side of Orschelak. Rudolph blew a tire trying to pick it up, but he'll gain it from Cripps now. And Rudolph out the left side finds Coots. Here comes Braden Coots through the middle of the blue line. Left side for Korkish now. Korkish trying to go to the front of the goal. Just over stick hand a little bit. Back to the right side point for Rudolph. He'll shovel it left for Christensen, but can't hold the line. Christensen backs out to his side of center. Finds Korkish, who plays up the left wall. Allard takes it from him. And after it, Pantelis. Stopped behind his net. Finds Brzezinski on the left side. Brzezinski curling back and forth. Now up the left side, and he'll get it to Jimmy Egan. Egan's over center and into the Raiders zone down the left side. Now centering feed, looking for Jordan Gavin. His one-timer deflected wide. Sievertson plays it out to center. Pantelis sends it back into the Raiders zone, but the Wheat Kings are offside, so Christensen will pick it up and give it to Rudolph. Rudolph out the right side to center, finds Sievertson. Sievertson takes a hit and dumps it in. Klippenstein, this game tied at 1. New game, just 40 minutes of it. Christensen wins it, gets it to Rudolph, and back to Christensen in the middle. He'll play it off the left side wall, ahead for Gorzinski, who dumps it into the Wheat Kings zone. Lavoie behind the net, shovels it around the left side, it rode the dasher for a moment, and now Jordan Gavin gets poke checked. Oiring trying to juggle this one on his stick through the middle, but it comes out to center. Gorzinski on the back check gets it loose. Rudolph now Christensen. Christensen on the left side, dumps this one in. It comes around to Doobie on the right. He'll leave it for Rudolph at the right point. Juice bomb, that stopped. Now they win it. Heisey finds Sievertson a drive. That's stopped by Krause. The rebound comes out to Brzezinski. He's going to try and get away from McKegarty and can't. Heisey going to walk out front. He'll try a shot stop. Rebound, it's still loose. Side of Krause as Jacobson and Heisey line up for battle again. Jacobson wins this one. Brzezinski up the left side for Hadland. Chipped out to center. McKegarty on the back check gets to his blue line before he curls to the right wall. Gets around one hit, not around the second. Puck comes loose to Pantelis. He'll send it up the right side for Misselbacher. He'll dump it into Raider territory, and Christensen will scoop it up. Christensen stops before he gets behind his net, leaves it in the left corner for Rudolph. Out the right side, out to center. Brzezinski cuts off the pass intended for Sievertson, and it's dumped into Raider territory again. Christensen left corner, now right corner, leaves it behind the net for Rudolph. Rudolph Off the left side wall, Pantelis knocks it down into Raider territory, but Rudolph pokes it out, and McKeggerty's one-on-one against Brzezinski. McKeggerty waiting for his teammates to catch up, finds Rudolph sneaking into the middle, but he can't hold on to it. Pantelis takes control, and he'll try to skate out to center, sends a pass up the right side, and it's Brzezinski now. Brzezinski leading the rush. Brzezinski cuts in through the middle, poke check by Coots, and here comes Severson ahead with Korkish and Coots. Coots now through the middle, it's a 3-on-1. Right side, Severson waits, fires! Heisey on the draw with Oehring and Gorzinski. Back to the right point, he gets by Rudolph, but he's able to poke it away from Hadland, who was trying to sneak away on the breakaway. Coots, the fifth member of this power play, gets control and sends it into the right corner for Rudolph. Rudolph now with control, and he'll skate this one ahead. Rudolph through the middle of the blue line, now through the middle of the Wheat Kings blue line. Left side for Oehring as he enters, back up the wall for Rudolph. Rudolph trying to chip it back to the point, but it's blocked, and now they'll have to battle for it. Puck comes loose into the corner, Gorzinski after it, and he'll try and shovel it behind the net. He's pinned to the wall, 3 Wheat Kings all around him. Pantelis and Lavoie in the corner for the Wheat Kings, and they're fighting each other for the puck. It comes loose to Coots, who gets it back to the left point for Rudolph. Right side point for Heisey. Heisey into the corner for Oehring now. Back to the right point for Gorzinski. Gorzinski, side of the goal for Oehring, trying to send it out front for Heisey. It gets knocked off his stick, but it comes back to Gorzinski. Left side, Coots, a one-timer whistle just wide. Coots left wide open on that face-off circle, but just couldn't fine-tune that one enough. Pass intended for Coots is knocked in the air. Oehring knocks it down, and Oehring back up the left wall finds Coots, who plays it off the wall, and Oehring's after it. Squirt's caught up. Dumped towards the corner, but it's blocked. Now comes back to the line. Gorzinski holds it in. Wheat Kings take it away, flipped high in the air. That one did hit the scoreboard at center. Play stopped. We're joined by Marty Ring. Face off in the Wheat Kings zone. We're tied at 1 as Gorzinski helps it back for Christensen. Now left side for Rudolph. Rudolph towards the goal. I think that hit the pad as Oehring and Doobie were both in the area looking for a tip. And now here come the Wheat Kings out to center. Bethal dumps this one in. Orschelak behind his net, slows it for Rudolph on the left. Rudolph off the left wall, looking for Doobie at center, lost in the skates of him and Pantelis, and the Wheat Kings get control out to center. I think Bethal got a tip on this. Yes, so icing's waved off as Rudolph curls behind his net to the right and sends it left for Christensen, who also curls out the right side. Back ahead for Rudolph on the half wall. Rudolph now up the left side finds Doobie. Doobie with some speed, trying to play it towards the middle, and Oehring is taken down into the goaltender. Pardon me, that's Gorzinski. Side disrupted, but it comes to Gorzinski at the left side of the blue line. Gorzinski, side of the goal, Oehring now trying to shovel it out front. Can't get a handle on it. Doobie trying to get it loose from Jacobson. Misselbacher jams it out for the Wheat Kings, out to the Raider blue line. Rudolph's back for it. He'll sweep it left side. Christensen's there. Christensen up the left side for Oehring. Into the middle, Doobie with speed now. Doobie cuts the middle, drops back. Rudolph fires! Raiders in this period as Evan Smith lines up on the draw and the Wheat Kings get it loose. Here's Ronald. Out the left side, looks right for Turco. Christensen gets a stick on it to make sure the Wheat Kings can't bring it in clean. Christensen dumps it back into his own zone. Smith now Rudolph on the right side and ahead to center for Connor Howe. Howe takes a hit, dumps this one in. Howe ran into Harvey at the end of that play as well. Harvey looks a little shaken up as he goes to the bench. And Harvey is going to go down the tunnel right away, it looks like here, as the Wheat Kings bring it out to center. Here's Turco. Dumps this one into Raider territory. Christensen's after it in his own zone. Christensen around behind the net, out the left, and now out the right for Rudolph. Rudolph over center. Chips this one ahead. Boychuk's in after it. Below the goal line, trying to center it. And Boehm takes control. Boehm out the left side, and here comes Nick Johnson. Nick Johnson slows up on the left side. Rudolph trying to fish it from between Johnson's skates. Puck comes loose right side. And the Wheat Kings have it. Dumped in by Sirkin. Christensen picks it up behind his net. Christensen looks out the left side. That one went off Boychuk, and he doesn't realize it. Swatted out to center on the second effort there. And here's Connor Howe on the left side. He'll dump it in. Well, if Krause kept making saves like he was here, eventually something was going to break at the other end. It's just how it goes. Instead, Lyndon Barrett with his 5th of the season has broken things open, and the Raiders have the lead. Wheat Kings with control in their own zone. Here's Misselbacher on the right side. Plays it off the left wall out to center for Hadland, who stops it at the red line. Now Oehring's going to do battle with him. And now they'll battle for it. And it comes from Rudolph. Now left side, Christensen in his own zone. Christensen in the left corner, curls away from Misselbacher, and Christensen's going to skate up the left side. Leaves it for Doobie, a give-and-go feed to Christensen. Christensen up the left side, stops up inside the blue line. His shot blocked by Allard. And now the Raiders still with possession as Gorzinski cycles through the middle of the blue line. Shovels it right side for Rudolph, who tries to move to the middle. Hadley takes it away.
The core get involved with the scoring.
2 goals from the Raiders defense as Boychuk picks it up off the draw in the offensive zone. Boychuk on the right side wall, looking to the middle, looking for Coots, but it's just on the wrong skate there. Otherwise, he had a great one-timer set up. And now Turco is going to dump this one in. Orschelak stops it behind his net and sends it right side for Boychuk. Boychuk going to wait back into the corner and sends it left side for Christensen. Christensen got his head up and lost his handle on the puck as a result. Nick Johnson takes a hit from Christensen as a result of the play, but the Wheat Kings maintain possession in the attacking zone. Sirkin pinned to the wall by Coots. Wheat Kings still searching for their first shot of this second period. It's Pantelis has a shot blocked into the corner. Rudolph after it behind the net, tied up with Turco. Puck comes loose. Boychuk ahead to the blue line. Korkish now drop back for Coots. Coots going to work up the right side. Coots towards
This period by the Brandon Wheat Kings, and it goes off toe pad onto the post.
Jacobson ahead for Misselbacher as the Wheat Kings break into the Raiders zone. Misselbacher down the left side. Poke check by Korkish, forced to play it behind the goal. Christensen scoops it up, plays it off the glass, and that one's down the ice. Krause behind his net. Oiring's going to force Krause to play it, sends it right side for Berzinski as the Wheat Kings finish their unit change. Berzinski through the middle of the red line, going to chip this one ahead, and Oiring's able to slow it down along the way, but lost a stick as a result. And Turco's going to try and work this one in. He'll play it over the head of Korkish. Into the corner for Klippenstein. Klippenstein drives behind the goal and gets it to the right side wall. Turco, now Pantelis at the point. He's poke checked out to center. Korkish is able to work it out, and now sent ahead. Rudolph trying to get in on a breakaway. Rudolph down the right side is forced to the right wall. And Rudolph still on the attack. Drop back. The two number 19s go head-to-head. The puck is down, and we're underway. Rudolph has control for the Raiders. They'll send it up the right side. Doobie gets a touch on it into the attacking zone. Oiring's after it, but Ronald's able to cut him off. Ronald up the left side, into the middle. Egan. Klippenstein lost his handle on it. Christensen dumps this one in. Oiring's back in after it. Oiring played behind the net, knocked down Lavoie, and the puck comes loose to Oiring again, but he gets angled off by Lavoie, and Lavoie's got control out the left side to center. Lavoie had it knocked off his stick. Offside as Jordan Gavin stepped over the line while Joey Wallmuller tried to feed it to him, and now here come the Raiders out to center. Christensen through the middle finds Gorzin's power play. That came on the 5-on-3 back in the first. Heisey, Oiring, Rudolph, Coots out for the Raiders. And Gorzinski. As Coots gives it to Gorzinski, but he's poke check trying to work through the middle. And Heisey gets it back into his own zone. Here's Rudolph backing up to the left side. Rudolph sends it over right side, just out of the reach, but Coots is able to knock it down and bring it ahead. Coots over the line, left side for Oiring, right side for Gorzinski. Gorzinski down low for Heisey. Heisey and Gorzinski swap spots. Rudolph in the middle of the blue line. Left side, Coots. Coots back to Rudolph, who's now on the left point. Rudolph towards the goal, tipped on by Oiring. And 5-on-3. Oiring wins it to the wall. Coots helps it get back to the left point for Rudolph. Rudolph to the middle. Right side of the net for Oiring. Oiring back to Rudolph on the right side. He'll cut to the middle. Left side, Coots. Coots looks short side. That's blocked out to the line. Rudolph holds it in. Coots holds on and just barely holds the line. He's got pressure from Klippenstein as Rudolph gets it loose. Rudolph on the right side now in the middle. Heisey, a one-timer! That one was redirected by traffic. Coots back to the left point. Christensen now right side, Rudolph. Rudolph going to back up. Now he's over to the left side. Gives it right for Christensen. Christensen going to skate to the left. Christensen now to the goal line for Coots. Coots back to Christensen. Right side, Rudolph. Rudolph down low looking for Coots on the goal line. That's knocked off his stick. And Heisey comes in to help get it back. Left side point, Christensen. Right side, Rudolph. Rudolph, side of the goal, Oiring. Heisey, a one-timer off the outside of the post. Here's Rudolph now. Left point now, right side. Rudolph skating around the screen. Around behind the net. Going to circle the zone out front for Heisey. And through his legs, and Oiring's out to center. Wheat Kings get two fresh guys on. Here's Christensen. Into the zone. Drop back on the right wall for Heisey. Heisey, right side for Rudolph. Goal line, Oiring. Oiring. Back to Christensen, juice bomb save made, rebound, Hadland has it, and he's going to chip it out to center, and Hadland's going to go in on the attack,
5-on-5 to pick up the tying goal.
Just the second shot of the period for the Brandon Wheat Kings finds the back of the net, and it's Grayson Berzinski who's got this game tied. Lavoie's back for it in his own zone, right side Pantelis, now Baummuller. Baummuller played it off the skate of Doobie. Christensen's able to hold it in as a result. Around behind the net, Oiring's after it. Oiring takes a hit but gets it loose into the corner. Lavoie with control. He'll flip it high into the air, and the Raiders will have to back up for it. Christensen and Rudolph are back for it. Christensen's the one who picks it up. Left to the right of his goaltender. Up the right wall into the zone. Doobie tips it in. Krause stops it to the left of his net where it's picked up by Dylan Ronald. Ronald outnumbered but gets it loose. Klippenstein had it knocked off his stick, And Doobie now trying to work it in. Klippenstein knocks it away from Doobie, and it slipped high into the air. Drops to the Raider blue line. Here's Christensen up the right side, wearing back into his own zone for Rudolph. Rudolph fakes going backwards, now does go backwards with it to Oiring. Oiring in his own blue. Tie up on the draw, left side of the Raiders zone. Christensen will skate behind his net, and he'll sit and wait. Now sends it out the left side for Oiring. Oiring had it hop over his stick, couldn't poke it by Klippenstein. And here come the Wheat Kings the other way. Klippenstein just inside the Raider blue line, looking for a pass in the middle, finds Pantelis trying to find his way in. Pantelis drops it back, Lavoie shot, that's blocked, and into the right side corner of Orszalak. Oiring with a check on Klippenstein and the official as a result. Goes behind the net, and Rudolph will leave it there for Christensen. Christensen skates out the right side, slow and methodical towards the blue line. And ahead up the left wall, Doobie kicks it over the blue line. But the Wheat Kings knock it away. Rudolph with just enough of a disruption on it to stop the Wheat Kings from taking advantage of the Raiders' line change. Dewey ahead with Howe and Korkish. Brzezinski over the right side of the line. Korkish drags and fires. That's blocked. And it comes back to Rudolph. This game tied at 2, 9 minutes left in the third period. Rudolph's pass out front is redirected wide, and Rudolph trying after the rebound. Can't get a handle on it, but it's chopped up the left side, and Brzezinski holds it in. Brzezinski finds Korkish in the slot. Korkish right side, Rudolph, and Korkish should have just pulled the trigger. Rudolph with a stick lift that knocks Turco down. And now here comes Sportskov out the right side. He'll chip it ahead for Hadland. Hadland gets it to the blue line and just barely out. Korkish takes control for the Raiders. Christensen up the right side, and Rudolph's back in on the attack. Rudolph down the right side wall. Fires, save made, rebound, scores! On 6 left in the third. Owen Korkish has made it a 4-2 game.
Well, that makes up for the flyby that Korkish had the first time around. When you could hear everybody gasp in the Art Hauser Center that he didn't take that shot, and the Raiders were able to turn it back, get it back going into the direction of the Brandon.
I have no idea. Raiders win the draw at center. Owen Korkish with the goal. Daxon Rudolph will pick up his second point of the night on the assist. And the Raiders are on the forecheck again. Klippenstein behind his net. And he escapes out the right side. Klippenstein going to get the speed going here as he tries to get around Christensen. Up the right side for Sirkin now. Sirkin is dumped hard into the wall here, and a penalty coming to Christensen. And Brzezinski places the goal. Johnson settles it down. He'll play it right side for Sirkin. 6-on-5 have started. Pantelis up the right side. Sirkin's hurt as he goes to the bench here. Klippenstein's dumped into the corner by Chris. Side of Orszalak. Off the draw, it's into the right side corner. Rudolph gets it loose for Mann, and Mann will clear it down the left side. Wait, knocked out of the air by a stick from Misselbacher. High sticking not called as Brzezinski backs up into his own zone. Brzezinski trying to cut around Korkish. He'll drop this one back. Jacobson now right side Misselbacher. Misselbacher into the attacking zone. His pass through the air comes to Jacobson. Jacobson and Gavin can't decide who's going to take it, and as a result, Korkish gets control, and he'll get it out to center. And Korkish dumped it in, faked like he was going to go for a change, but now he's all over Brzezinski. And he knocks it loose. Ballmuller gets it at the right point, drops it back for Misselbacher. Misselbacher hard up the left wall for Jacobson. Poke checked at the blue line. Wheat Kings forced to turn back again as Korkish had it for a moment at the red line. Wheat Kings get it away. Brzezinski drops it back for Misselbacher. Misselbacher through the middle. 7:10 left in this third period. Raiders up 4-2 here as Misselbacher circles the zone. Misselbacher back to the left side point for Brzezinski. Brzezinski right side for Ballmuller. Back to the middle, Brzezinski. Brzezinski to the right side point. Up the right wall. Now here's Jordan Gavin in tight. Misselbacher! Great feed by the Wheat Kings. Played off the left side wall, down the ice. And it comes to this
fantastic period of hockey.
Raiders have it. Here's Boychuk off the draw. Had a nice goal earlier in this period, but he's denied on that one. Korkish hard off to the forecheck now. And he gets the puck loose just in time for Boychuk, who plays it back into the corner. Wheat Kings get control. Beam to Pantelis now. Pantelis off the left side. Nick Johnson gets a tip on it, but it's right back on the stick of Boychuk, who plays up the left side. And here's Coots in on the attack. Coots, nice pass to get it into the middle for Boychuk now. Boychuk drops it back for Rudolph. Rudolph drags, fires. That one was redirected almost at exactly 90 degrees, and it comes out to center. Here's Johnson who dumps it in. Into the Raiders zone. Here's Rudolph behind his net. Rudolph ahead. Here's Oiring out to center now. Oiring through the middle. You know, good contact between him and Barrett. Both guys kind of bounced off the collision, and I think Klippenstein is worried about the shoulder right now here as the Wheat Kings get control. Here's Misselbacher on the right side. Left side for Jacobson. Right side for Brzezinski. Left side, one-timer. Misselbacher holds on to it. Now into the middle, Jacobson. Now backdoor feed. And Gavin out front looking for Ballmuller. And the feed is off the mark, but held in at the left point. Jacobson on the left side. Into the middle, Brzezinski. Left side, Misselbacher. Back to the point, Jacobson. He'll skate right now. Jacobson, left side, Brzezinski at the point. Now to the goal line. Here's Misselbacher. Back to Brzezinski. Right side for Jacobson. Back to left side for Brzezinski. Brzezinski up the left wall. Misselbacher. He'll swap spots with Jacobson. Misselbacher, middle of the blue line. Now right side as he swaps with Brzezinski. Into the slot. Shot there from Baumüller is just high and wide. And Jacobson holds it at the left point. Played ahead. Nice pass to get it to Baumüller. Now into the corner. Gavin. Now Jacobson on the half wall. Jacobson towards the slot. It goes across to the right side point. Held in by Misselbacher. First minute of the power play is gone. Left side Jacobson towards the goal. That's tipped off the stick of Rudolph. And it bounces out front. Borchlak's able to get a cover on it.